Now it's time to get on to the 2 men of the hour, B. That boy Drizzy Drake, Drake Rogers, and Party Next Door. Some sexy songs for you. The album review.
Yes, sir.
This project is what? An hour and 14 minutes, 21 tracks.
Hmm.
Whew. Um, this is the project that everybody's been waiting for. This is coming right off the beef. Well, right after Super Bowl, really. A week after the Super Bowl to be exact. It's coming a week after that. You know, a lot of people were speculating. Is this going to be bigger than Kendrick's GNX? Lower than Kendrick's GNX? What are the excuses we're going to have if it doesn't sell well or if it does sell well, B? And then, he had a little drama coming into this album because Freddie, I guess, peeped it and saw that, oh, he's using the bunny rabbits and he's using the dollar signs. And then, Boule Kev wanted to put his 2 cents in, like, oh, Drake knows about Freddie Gibbs. I'm the only one with a picture of those two ever together. He posted it. And so, going into this, I'm not gonna lie, we talked about this a few times.
Hmm.
Going into this project, though, I will say I got exactly what I thought it was going to be.
Hmm.
And that's not a bad thing. I actually put a first impressions video out this weekend, so make sure y'all go check that out after y'all watch this video right here. I put a first impressions out, and literally I got exactly what I wanted. But also I got some stuff that I did not want from this project. Overall, Drake and Party Next Door, if you're familiar with their work, especially their Drake's more vibey R&B type tracks, and what Party Next Door brings, you would be very familiar with what some sexy songs for you would be sounding like. But I'm not gonna say that this is a bad project just because I got what I expected. There's some stuff on here that I really, really love. There's some stuff on here that I'm just like, as an album song, I don't want this on the album, but it's not a bad song. Uh, but overall, like I think over my multiple listens, even though it's an hour and 14 minutes, this album didn't drag to me except for in the middle. And I'll get into
Hmm.
more specifics after we go through how you feel about the album. But overall, for me, this album, it's cool. It's a nice little B minus.
Hmm.
I didn't think that this was going to be an R&B album in terms of like it being like genre under that. Because to me, this felt more. It doesn't have enough party on it. And I'll talk about that later as we get into the review. But B, what are your thoughts on this?
I thought it was cool. You could tell this for the fans. And I'm a fan of melodic Drake. I'm a fan of like the vintage R&B P&D Drake, like tracks like Deeper from P&D. Like if you're a P&D fan, you can't dislike that song. Like you just can't. You know what I mean? That's like a dope cut. Um, you have things that, like you said, beat. It's like, was this a perfect fit of the cohesiveness of the project? Even though I love Nokia, it don't really fit the album. You know what I'm saying? I love Give Me a Hug, but it don't fit the album to me. And it wasn't enough party. Like it's marketed. People was thinking, oh, it's gonna be marketed as a P&D Drake, but it's gonna be more P&D. But it was actually the opposite. And we think, that was a play with Drake. Drake wanted to get some more stuff off, with the whole label situation. But overall, man, out of like 21 tracks, let me see how many I like actually enjoy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I like 17 tracks off here. That's cool with me. So like what I'm saying is this is for the fans. People that's fans of Drake, old Drake, this is nothing new. This don't look for nothing innovative. This is Drake at his like vintage Drake, not the best singer. He gonna catch a pocket, he gonna catch a vibe, late night. You playing this at a late night, driving through the city, you vibing. You got your chick, if she feeling this, y'all vibing, bro. Dropping it on February 14th on Valentine's Day. Perfect setting. P&D has some good stuff on here, some standouts, but like it's some stuff on here like to Meet Your Padre. What it's called?
Meet
What
your
that song
Padre.
called?
Meet your Padre.
Yeah, that trash. Get that out of here. Dumpster fire.
But we know
Come
why
on,
he did
Drake.
that, though. We
We
know
know
why he
why he
did.
did it. Yeah, Drake want to meet, like we said, Drake is the world. He want to
Yeah, he
meet
he wants to
everybody
get
where
that
they
play
at. You know what I'm saying?
overseas. That's what he wants to
Thanks.
do.
Raining in Houston. Why? I love that even more. Probably like my
Hmm.
favorite track now.
Hmm.
I like Small Town Fame. That joint. I don't know why I like that song. I love the vibe of that. Small Town Fame was dope.
Hmm.
Something About You. Crying in Chanel. I love the second half. I like the song, but I love the second half more.
Hmm.
Greedy's dope. Glorious. All right, I like it. Cool, I guess. The whole like that's the one with Ice Spice
With
and
the
he doing
best
the
Ice
whole little
Spice
slow.
feature we've
Yeah.
ever heard. The best Ice
It's just
Spice.
her in the interview. Her interview.
That's what I'm
Somebody
saying. It was
loves
the
me.
best thing that
Yeah.
I've ever heard her music wise.
Someone that loves me is dope. Nokia, hey, like I said, I love that track. Lasers is pretty. Lasers is dope. I don't know why I feel weird when somebody say, "When I and you from the behind." Like, don't tell me what you doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's you don't have to tell me. Like, insinuate like what you got going on. Like, make a metaphor about it. Don't tell me like that. And all I can think, I'm like, I don't want to think about that cover of party. Like, whatever, man. But give me a hug. We could talk more about that if you want. Once you talk about how you actually feel about it. But like celibacy, I didn't really care for that track. On My Way was dope. I'm telling you, I it's only a few tracks I don't rock with on here. Be out of 21 tracks. I think this is a stellar return for what he wanted. This is not the standalone Drake album that people are looking for. You want to heavily analyze. This right here, you're wasting your time trying to like actually, I don't know, talk about his singing. Like we all know Drake not like the best singer. Like, come on. Like, this is not an album that needs to be broken down. Oh, he
And
said this
analyze.
here. He said they're not like us. Like he mentioned, like, come on, bro. He probably wasn't even thinking about that song. But Raining in Houston, he said some stuff though. He was like, especially with this year, whatever, how they been acting, how like niggas been hating or something like that.
Hmm.
Gotta keep it on me. He mentioned the beef and all this type of stuff. He trying to get the party lit and all this type of stuff. Like, he's gonna be contradicting because he said, oh, and they tell I'm not leaving the beef alone. Also, F the beef. I'm trying to get the party lit. Conflicting statements from Drake there. But come
Hmm.
on, more it's Drake. Like, what else do y'all want? I don't like. I'm not comparing this album to GNX. I like GNX way better than this. I think it's a way better project from what like it's hip hop. I'm not for the freaking put a hip hop album to an R&B album. I'm not for to compare freaking
So B,
Jodeci
you're telling me that you're
to
not going to compare "You Only Live," I mean, "You Only Die Once" to Leon's Mutt?
No, I'm not. They're not the same. Why am I only
Period.
how? But only why they comparing them is because it's Drake and Kendrick, the whole beef. But I'm like, bro, come on, y'all don't do this. Drake's next standalone project, yes, it will have some singing, but it's gonna be majority rapping. We know how what Drake
Mhm.
doing with a Drake album. I will appreciate or understand if y'all put those two albums together. But y'all putting this R&B album, dang, y'all putting this R&B album together. This
Mhm.
don't work like that. My my granddad calling me. I need to turn it off. But yeah, man.
Uh-huh.
I don't know, man. It's a cool project, Brian. Still, I know it's people. What people could be the debunk. So I say, oh, you could compare him. It's because it's some rapping on here from Drake. Like
Mhm.
what? How many tracks he rapping on? Be Glorious, Brian Steele, Give
Well,
Me a
B, because he
Hug.
doesn't know how to sing, he's technically rapping on all of them.
I don't know, man.
But
I'm
no,
just not
like the
comparing these
actual
projects.
rapping, Brian
Like
Still, "Give Me
Brian
a Hug,"
Steele,
Nokia, yeah,
what the function,
Glorious.
Glorious, yeah. Those like the only tracks, B.
Yeah, I agree.
So you think I was Spider Man? Superman. But now, bro, seeing people being like, man, this is like such a letdown, or blase by this is lazy. But I'm like, bro, this is Drake and P&D. Like, it's other R&B artists that's traditional. You're not getting that from Drake and P&D. They're giving you that, that feel of like,
That
the
vibey
early, that
R&B.
vibey Toronto, that little dark sound they used to do. That's all it
Mhm.
is. Like the cover kind of gives you that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. People, they're gonna do what they do. Project's all right. It's cool. It's a cool project.
Yeah,
I thought it was
for me,
trash at first.
yeah, you're bugging.
I had to
You
sit with it.
and yeah, you and Russ, y'all both was bugging on that one.
Oh,
But
when I said I agree with him, I was trolling.
I assume so. But going into this right here, you know, like I said, I already talked about this, but I'm going to strengthen some of my sentiments that I said and emphasize some of them. To me, this project is way too long. In terms of like this album right here, I think this is a good album, but I think what makes it fall short mainly is Drake. And the reason I say that is because of him putting extra songs on here that don't necessarily fit the actual album itself. Am I saying that those songs that don't fit the album are bad? No. I think songs like Brian Still, Give Me a Hug, and Nokia are really good songs. But I just feel like these weren't songs that were meant to be on this project right here. To me, the title is right. Some sexy songs, because all these songs ain't sexy. I'm gonna be real with you right now. All the like B. I don't want to hear about you talking about the beef and putting it to the side. That's not sexy to me. No,
Mhm.
give me a hug. Oh, Melissa Ford, you a legend from the six. I hate to see you next to a D sucker. Like that's not sexy to me, B. None of that is. No. Me, I made a perfect version of my album, right? Where I took out the songs that I felt like did not fit. The songs I would keep on like my perfect version, and I looked at the number, I would take 7 songs off this project. It'd be
Hmm.
like 40 something minutes. I'm cutting it down. CN Tower, Mothball, Something About You, Crying in Chanel, Superman, Spider-Man, Superman, which I kind of have a grievance with that song because of the hook. I think that the hook is very corny, but it's very Drake-esque. But the hook is very corny. I'm not just Spider-Man. I'm not Superman. I'm just like,
Hmm.
what? I'm like, no, this is corny. Deeper, really good P&D song. I forgot to say Crying in Chanel too. Crying in Chanel is so hard that, do you trust me? I don't know if you was trying to throw a shot at Future and Metro on them, but hey, that was kind of hard
Hmm.
though. Small Town Fame, I like it, but I could take it out the album to make my perfect version of this album. Pimmy's Dilemma, I thought it was cool. The one thing about this album, and I'll say it about Pim too, nobody on here is like a vocal master. No one on here has a
Hmm.
vocal talent to really carry this album as a traditional R&B like album where you got some great singing on here. No one's
He
doing
should have
that.
get. He should have
P&D,
get.
I've
Yeah, but
never. He should have
what's
gave
the
yeah, but
name?
what
He could have gave Yebba that interlude like he did on what's
on
that
a More
CB? What's that?
Life?
Nah, he gave Yebba an
Oh,
interlude on
CLB,
Certified.
CLB.
Yeah, CLB.
And so, Brian Still, I take that out. Not a bad song. I just take it out because it doesn't fit the vibe of the actual album. Give me a hug. I'll take that out because it doesn't fit the vibe of the album. Raining in Houston, though. Oh my God, Bean, what are you doing
Mhm.
to me? Oh my God. Give me get lasers. I would keep that song. You're getting back onto the purpose of the album. Meet Your Padre. Get that ish out of here. Nokia. I like it. We don't need it. Die Trying. It's a cool song. I don't need it on this album right here. Somebody Loves Me, and this is where we get back into the project. And this is to me where P&D actually comes back, and instead of being Robin, he becomes Nightwing. I'm like, all right, finally, you fighting side by side with Batman. God dang it! Somebody Loves Me. I know you didn't like Celibacy like that. I like Celibacy.
Mhm.
On My Way is my favorite track. The way oh my gosh, that song hits. Glorious. He's going over the little the NY drill beat with Ice Spice in the background. Best she's ever sounded on
Mhm.
any type of music ever.
In an
When
interview.
he's exactly best she's ever sounded on any music, like I just said. When he's gone, and I like Greedy, and I like the way that the outro is a project.
Hmm.
Me, I'm like, all right, I got some stuff on here that I like. I even made a perfect version, some BBC for you.
Mm,
There,
mm,
there-
mm.
there's some stuff on here that I really enjoy. There's a lot of stuff on here that I get Drake has to touch on some of these topics and some of these subjects, but some of the stuff could have been left off. It didn't need to be on this. Like I said, I think we need to. Some of the stuff should have been on like a Scary Hours 4 instead of it being on this project right here. But
Hmm.
overall, I had a fun time with this project. Every time I went to go listen to it, yeah, there was like one skip, and that's Meet Your Padre. That's the one song I'm like, okay, I do not like that one at all. I get why you played it. I do not like it at all. But yeah, overall, I like this project, man. I had a fun time with it. This isn't the one where I'm dissecting it and trying to be like super analytical about it, like you said. It's a vibey track. You know what you're gonna get with this project. I just wish that I knew that Drake was going into P&D's world on this project. I just wish P&D was utilized a bit more. But
Hmm.
also, it's like he's not a great vocalist either. So it's like, what were you going to really be doing on that first third of the actual album itself? And then we only had one solo P&D song. What?
Deeper.
And it was a great P&D song.
It was good.
Phenomenal. But yeah, uh, did you have anything else you wanted to touch on with this one, B?
Not really,
Besides him
bro.
throwing little slick shots or
He was
Glasses
doing.
Malone analyzing his lyrics, which I'm just
Yeah.
like, ah,
It was a lot of people doing it. I'm like, bro, y'all relax, bro. And then people were just saying how trash the album was. And I'm like, bro, the album 21 minutes long. You just tweeted this freaking the album came out not even an hour ago, and you saying it's trash. I'm like, come on, bro. Y'all just relax, bro. Let the album play, digest it. If you want to listen to it more or whatever. I don't care if you dislike it, like it. It don't bother me. I'm just saying, y'all just don't give things grace that y'all like. I don't know, these fans, bro, the Drake fans and the Kendrick fans are annoying on Twitter. They both gonna hyper analyze everything what any artist do. They're gonna hate all the stuff. The whole numbers thing with the fans are like, oh, this thing is getting suppressed and all this stuff. I don't know, bro. What's going on? I don't know what's I don't know.
yeah,
It's just the
everybody
album.
was making a
Listen to it.
spectacle of themselves this weekend.
Yeah. Annoying.
In my head, I'm just like, look, I'm just glad that we got some new music that we can actually talk about. But B, the time that we actually get some new music, it's getting overshadowed by the drama and all that. I'm like, dude, shut the F up. Let's hone in on this track list. What do you guys like about this? What do you guys dislike about this? Don't give me the standard, oh, Drake is doing the same thing. We knew what he was gonna do with Party Next Door and on this album. Party Next Door isn't gonna give you anything different than what he usually gives you. I'm sorry. We reviewed the Party Next Door album last year.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't get what people expected
It's
from
like
this.
if you're a Party fan, you like it. If you're not, because Party's not for everybody. He's just not.
Yeah, I will admit he's not, he's definitely not for everybody. But
He's
he's one of
not for
those moody
everybody.
R&B artists that, I don't want to say it's a household name, but he got some joints though that people know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I also think like the expectation of, oh, every time Drake and Party Next Door get together, they're always making something fire. This just didn't live up to the hype. To me, this is exactly what I thought it was gonna be. I'm like, a full
Mm-hmm.
project from them. And this is the thing. I think they're better in dosages rather than a full project
Full
altogether.
project. Yeah.
Because do you get stuff like this? I've even said it before, B. I said it plenty of times on this. I like it when it's Party Next Door featuring Drake. I don't like it when it's Drake featuring Party Next Door.
Yeah.
So I liked it that Drake came into Party's world on this. I just hate that Party wasn't as utilized as he should have been on here. But yeah, besides that, album ran too long. Party wasn't utilized enough. I still got some stuff that I really enjoyed on here though. I like the samples. I like the intro. I like the outro. I liked a lot of the tracks where they're collabing together. Yeah, not a bad
Mm-hmm.
album.
Yeah. It's not, I don't think it's bad at all.
Yeah,
I think
and
it's
especially
okay.
this
It's
was
cool
Drake's
for what
like
it was.
only. This is Drake's second time coming out of like hip hop too, because this is
Mm-hmm.
his R&B album now.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you got anything else be on this?
I got nothing else to say. It's it is what it is.
I agree. I enjoyed
Um,
this. B, it
I
sounds
liked
like
it
you
too.
kind of enjoyed this too.
I liked it
Let's
too. I like
no,
17 tracks out of 21. I
no, yeah,
enjoyed
yeah,
it.
yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I liked what 20 tracks out of 21. But yeah, let us know what y'all
Damn,
think
B.
about this project. I told you the only track I didn't like was the Meet Your
It's
Padre.
Meet Your Pie. Yeah.
It made me want to do the. It made me want to do that.
Yeah.
but but
And
besides
man,
all that,
wow.
I enjoyed this. But yeah, let us know what y'all think about this down in the comment section down below. Hey, if you like it, you like it, and if people don't like it, who gives a f about what they think? I'm
Facts.
just hoping that this actually comes out on vinyl. I'm really hoping it does because I'm a cop that. But yeah, let us know what y'all think about this down in the comment section down below.
Man, shout out to Beyond Beats and Culture